Hey guys, it's Crass, and I'm here with another thing in mind. I wanted to do just regular 150cc's, not online, because I don't know. I've been feeling burnt out of the content I've been doing, so I'm just like, why not just do like a yap session, right? And what's a good yap session idea other than retail? Because I can't name a better thing than that. So we're gonna be talking about damn retail, the horrors of retail. Yeah, shake them udders. I haven't played it with the cow since like my second video, Mario Kart World. So retail work. Who's done it, right? Who suffered along with me, because it's not the best. In fact, it is actually really terrible. I won't name what retailer I worked with, just because you never know when you need to go back. Everything's been so bad. The economies has been so like terrible, and it just let's not like throw dirt on anybody's name like that. However, when I worked retail, it was just a whole damn mess, and oh my god, just like how we're driving right now. So what I did for when I was in retail was I would do basically online orders, and these people just love to online shop. Let me tell you that. They love to online shop. And since I'm shopping in the store for people online, people in person shopping also stop me to ask stupid questions. And let me tell you, do you think I know? Do you think I know where the soap is? Huh? If I'm by the video games? No. I don't know where the hell the soap is, okay? Oh, God. That was my karma. So, they'd be asking stupid shit like, oh, the soap. Like, didn't you miss the whole beginning of the store where they have all the essentials right there? Anyways. Another thing that pisses me off is, doesn't everyone have their phones? Doesn't everyone have their phones? Like, you don't have a phone, you can look it up? Huh? But you can text the guy who was treating you like shit. You know what I mean? Like, how does that make sense? How come you can't look up the soap, but you can text that guy back? He don't even like you like that, Janice. Okay, I'm getting a little carried away. But basically, that would just frustrate me. I'm like, why the hell are you asking me? And I'll be like hauling ass too to make sure like we're done on time, because if you're not done on time, like the job will just look at you like, oh, how come? Shake that udder, lady. They won't say that. But they'll just tell you something like, oh, how come this wasn't completed on time, huh? How come you couldn't find this item or this or that? And that's another thing. When you can't find an item for an online order, you gotta turn everything upside down in that damn store to maybe find it. And is it gonna be there? More likely than not, no. And what's annoying too is that if it is in the store and it was released, like, and it was recently delivered, They fully expect you to somehow find it up your ass or something, because they're like, oh, it must be there. Like, no, I checked there, Denise. Like, it's not there. I promise you, it's really not there. And some bosses, oh my god. I mean, I know it's your job and all, but like, Jesus, like, I already checked all the 7 glories of the world, the 7 wonders of the world, to find if they have the stupid makeup brush. And no, they don't have the fucking makeup brush. Like, it's not my fault that things are getting stolen so often. And what do I say about people stealing in the stores? Go for it. I don't give a damn. It's not my problem. Not at all. Anyways. So. Oh, God. Hold on. Let me get a thumbnail shot. Yeah. Shake them udders. So, am I really, like, not mad for, like, when people steal? Like, they would always tell us, like, yeah, just let the security know whenever you see someone stealing. Now, I would always just turn a blind eye, unless they make it super, super obvious and they're right in front of me. I'm like, dude, I have to tell on you or else, like, I could lose my job. But if they're from the corner of my eye, I pretend not to look. I've also done that with some spills sometimes. I'm like, I don't see that spill there. That is not something I see. Not something I know. Oh, God. Okay, I do that less often, though, because that could actually be really bad for some, like, innocent little girl or something like that. But who knows? Sometimes, especially in the damn baby aisle, they'll be, oh, God, no. No. I said, fuck it, my bitch with me. In the baby aisle, I've always noticed that there's some people like just spilling their drinks, the kids just spilling whatever they got going on, throwing up, whatever, and they just leave it. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool, just don't notify any of us. It's not like other moms and parents shop here either. Yeah, just very courteous of you. Courteous, damn. That's another thing. I speak so stupidly, like, legit like an idiot, like a goddamn moron. Like, I don't know how to speak for the life of me. So I'm always stuttering my words when I'm, oh god, when I don't practice in my head. And do I practice in my head? Never fucking do. Never will either. YOLO. You only live once. And don't even get me on the holiday season. Oh my god. So I've done online orders, right? However, when I was doing retail, since I am a tryhard, I like to get good results and like appease other people. Whoa. Well, not like that, but like, okay, maybe like that. Okay, let's. But I would try really hard, so I like to pick up other parts of the store as well on top of just doing online orders. And my god, where the people just bombard you, stupid ass questions. Do you have this Barbie dollhouse thing? No, we don't have it. It was like the best deal that you could have seen, and it's a day before Christmas. What the fuck do you think? It's not here. And then they get all mad at you like, wow. And then they bring up another retail like, I bet this place has it. Like, they go to it. Go to the place. We would prefer if you were not here, actually, a day before the holiday. But okay. I'm glad that you feel better about yourself talking down to somebody. I'm just trying to get by, you know. I'm just trying to get by. I'm not like the worst person in the world. I don't know why you're speaking to me like that, but screw you guys. Yeah, let me take it out on this peach. So I'm talking all this mad trash. However, I will say this. I don't think I've ever told like a customer up front to just like go screw themselves. Like it's not something I do. You know what I mean? I never talk back. I just gotta take it. I'm just like, yeah. Because like I don't have the energy for that. I really don't. I'm like, screw it. You know, life in this retail store is already bad as it is. I don't want to worsen it by getting into a fight with somebody. But man, I always have respect for those people like who stand up to like the bosses and stuff like that. Like they asked me to be a boss, and I'm like, no thanks. Because I was working on my degree at the time, and then the fact that they wanted me to like not sink low, but like just like halt those years of progress and like hard work and mental straining and all that, just to be a little leadership role at a retail store. Like, I'm not saying that's sorry, missed item. I'm not saying that's aiming low, but I'm already on the way to like, you know, get up on life like that, you know. And I don't think retail's a living thing, even though like everyone uses retail like every single day basically. But oh my god, hold on. This will be my chance to get first. Oh my god, it barely touched the thing. Anyways, okay, hold on. Maybe I still got a chance. Oh, hold on. I want to get 3 stars as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, they would expect me to drop everything and become like have like a leadership role. And I'm like, I don't want that. I would tell them. They asked me like twice or 3 times because I know a lot of the store at the time. However, there's always some people who like stand up like against like a leader, but sometimes it's too much. Like it's over like stupid shit. I'm like, dude, you gotta learn to drop it and just like work with your head down, just go home. And that's like how it was the last couple of times I was doing retail. I'm just like, hey, I don't even want to talk to anyone here. Like everyone I know left. Because in my last year of my degree, I asked my job like, hey, can I like have like a lot less hours, you know, and all that. And like, yeah, because they really liked me there. So I did that, and my god, when I came back, everyone I knew was just like gone and like dead. And it's not the worst thing in the world when like your work bestie leaves, but you know it's like top 10 worst things that could ever happen to you in your life, other than like 9/11. But so yeah, when that would happen, I'm just like, no, you can't fucking leave me here. And at a point, by the time I did come back for a little bit more, cause like I recently got my degree, but things were already like going bad for like job positioning and all that. I came back, or job. You can't really hold a job at the time. Even now, it's even worse. But I came back, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I do not know anybody here. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? So, the last couple times I did retail, I just kept my head low. Like I don't know your name. And sometimes I just, like, say the person's name wrong. Because, like, when doing online orders, you have to team with other people. Like, hey, have you seen this item? Like, I haven't been here in a couple days. Like, what's been going on with the store and all this and that. So then I'd be like, thanks, you know, Mark, but the guy's name is Tyler and shit like that. You're just like, and he's like, what? It's the worst thing ever. I feel so bad every single time I do that. Yeah, so it's just a whole mess of just like keeping the customers' unrealistic expectations really happy. You know what I mean? And oh god, the stupid rail. Jeez. And also just like making sure that you're good mentally, which is very hard to do when doing retail. Like, you could never be, like, good mentally. It was always just, like, a pain in the behind. Always. Always, always. Especially during the holiday season, but you get the most money and, like, the most... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Daisy? Where the hell did she come from? I might have to do this cup again. Oh god. It was the very last track that she did that shit on. Wow. And it was the last second too. That is not fair. 2 stars. I gotta do this cup again. Let me tell you guys another like top tier worst times to be retail worker. And this is if your retail store has like everything and not just like specific stuff like arts and craft. Like my store had everything. Back to school. That is one of the worst things ever. Because you know the parent waits till they have the list like 2 days before school starts to be like, you guys don't have pencils? Or like pens? Like, no, we don't have any. Go to Office Max or something. Office Supplies. Something. Like, we don't... Or whatever that store is called. I don't know. I don't go there. Like, we don't got that. Like, you should have, like, stacked up years before. You know what I mean? Because the thing is cheap. And it's year-round. But, of course, when everyone wants it, it's gone. Because one thing about retail shoppers is that they never prepare. And you want to know something? They don't prepare either... Oh. You can have that. They don't prepare either, like, before they shop and when they shop. So let me tell you, the amount of people in these small little aisles that are in my way when I have to, like, carry a whole bunch of items with me, blocking off my little, like, cart thing that I have. I'm like, dude, you gotta move. Like, there's no excuse for you to be, like, talking in the middle of the aisle with, like, 3 of your group covering the whole section. Like, what are you doing? And when people aren't aware of where they're walking, oh my god, that pisses me off as well. And I'm the type that's like kind of like too nice to like, I just wait. Like I'm just sitting there awkwardly just like waiting for you to like move to the side a little bit so you can grab the item behind you. And let me tell you, some people just don't do it. They don't do it. they don't notice. I'm like, how do you not notice that I'm right here? And I could say excuse me and move and all that, but like what if the person's like unreasonably like upset? Like, excuse you? Like, you know there's some people like that. And maybe there's somebody watching here that's like that. Huh, I see you. But yeah, so I would never ask them to move or anything like that. I'm just like, I'll just take it with my head low, I guess. Damn, might as well put a noose around it after working the whole retail shift. So, another thing that I also encountered is the reverse of that. So, when they are blocking up the the aisle, and then they do move aside. However, it's at a time where I already walked the other way around the aisle, and then they start moving. I'm like, wow, I could have just waited 3 more seconds. And in this time that took me to walk a couple more steps to go around, the bitch already decided, oh yeah, maybe we're kind of blocking up the aisle. Let's like go to the next aisle or something like that. Like, wow. And I say bitch, but like I don't mean women exclusively. All people can be bitches. It's about how you treat people. God, these sections of this game is the fucking worst. Like, why do I care about like juggling some balls up and down in the air? Oh my god. Okay, since I did kind of describe to you guys as somebody, like, I'm somebody who, like, always just stays working, right? There's just some fucking people who would just, like, that would never just, like, pick up the slack. And then they would expect you to do it. And, like, my online, like, team, like, or not online team, we're not doing online. But, like, my little team that we got, like, our little squad that we got to work together. Because I would always choose the times to work where there's not a lot of, like, boss and all that, so then they're not up my ass. But the teams that we do have, sometimes they just be yapping. They be yapping more than I am. And I'm like, dude, you gotta lock in. And they would constantly screw me over because they knew me as a good worker. They knew me as a good worker. So they would throw me under the bus. And that's to pick up the messes. And you know how they got away with it? Because I would never snitch. Only when I got really burnt out and I was in the middle of like one of the most stressful times of my degree was I'm like, all these bitches gonna throw under the bus. And I did. I threw a whole bunch of people under the bus and I didn't give a fuck. Do your goddamn work. I'm not working for your money, right? Just for you to like talk over me and like, well, not talk over me, but like screw me over and mess around and all this, taking long ass breaks. I don't care if you take a long ass break, as long as you're not like we're fucking up our time or whatever, making me do all your work. Like, that's when I cross the line, because everyone's taking long breaks, especially when you get really burnt out. You're like, I don't give a damn. And as I mentioned, I do the time where there's not a lot of, like, leaders, per se, because some retail stores, they have, like, a whole bunch at once. And you're like, this is not necessary. Especially when I told you guys. That they're like, you couldn't find this one item from fucking, like, 7 months ago? Really? And it was last sold, like, 8 months ago. Like, where is it at? Like, it should be in the store. Like, I don't know. You want me to pick my ass and find it? Because it's not there, let me tell you. But It just like, you guys are making unreasonable requests. And the fact that like some people would screw me over acting like I'm the one making the unreasonable request is crazy. Cause like, I'm doing your damn job for you. Cause you don't know how to do it as a grown adult. With dick and balls. With dick and balls. You're not doing your job. You know how sad that is? This game just loves being unfair. Oh, look at, oh god, she's almost got me with all three of them. And guess what? Karma's a bitch. You should have known better. Yeah, fuck you. But yeah, I would never try to switch, but there was a part where I was just like in my villain era where I was just like, screw everyone. You're all getting thrown under the bus. If they aren't benefiting me or doing their job the way that they're supposed to, you will be thrown under the bus. Is that like an awesome move? Well, yes. Was I burnt out and been there for years, getting screwed over people who've been there sometimes longer and even shorter than me, which is frustrating on both ends? Well, yes. So was I right to do it? I'm sure like everyone can make a case for why it's right and wrong, but it definitely felt right in the moment. And it's not like they got like huge consequences or anybody was fired over it. Trust me, nobody was fired, and my job is kind of, well, when I was working at my job, they would give you like a whole bunch of like times to not screw up. You had to do like 9 different screw ups within a short amount of time to even get fired at the job I was working at. And so that there was these people that would come in, I'm like, fuck, it's this bitch. It's this motherfucker who never does shit, and he's just always on his ass, just like taking a shit in the bathroom for like 30 minutes, and then coming out and be like, so what do you want me to work on? Like, you've been here long enough to know. You've been here long enough to know. Don't ask me like I'm the leader just because I'm responsible. Oh, that's another thing. The leaders, because they like me being responsible. They always wanted me. They always wanted me to be like, oh yeah, can you like make sure that the time is good for everyone's carts, and like if somebody falls behind that you help them out, and like you do this and that, and then like you make these calls, and then you make sure that by this time, and they would only ask me. And sometimes there's like these motherfuckers who were there longer than me, and sure they are like less responsible than me, so that's probably why they were asking me. But like, why the fuck are you telling me rather than the bitch who's been here for like, let's say like 2 more years longer than me, barely works half the shit I do, and is somehow burnt out after all that shit, like, and it's not from outside stuff, because like they just be chilling and talking like bad shit about work, like, dude, put that guy on a leash, not me. I don't want to see somebody who barely does shit still on the schedule. Take them off. Take them off. You gotta take them off, please. So yeah, if you're ever wondering where that deep hatred for a lot of random, oh god, gay moments come from, just think about how like when I started this channel I was doing retail. Especially my early videos, I had a lot of shit to talk. And I projected onto Mario characters, Mario Kart Double Dash. Because I never blew up on anybody. Like I keep things in, which is very like sad to say, but like I would keep things in. I'm like, I'll just deal with it. Whenever I got screwed up by somebody not doing their job, I'll just keep it in, because like it's really not that serious. And I know that like I'm gonna have a bad reputation, and like one that I don't really want to have. Like, why would you want to be known as a guy who like calls people out? I knew it. Ah, no. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Not again. No. Sorry, I'm trying to lock in. I don't want to do this one again. Okay, there's fucking ice flowers everywhere. Oh my god. Oh, thank god I did that one. Oh. So yeah, working retail is like a balance of just trying to keep yourself mentally well and stable. Realizing it's just a really bad job that's necessary for society. And trying to appease the work and social life balance. And not call out people who probably should be called out. Both the customers and people you work with. Yeah, 3 stars. That's right. I'll do one more cup, but I'll change the subject to how I got beat up by my girlfriend. Wait, that's not funny. Sorry, I didn't mean like that. What I mean is in the 4th grade. And it wasn't like, oh no, that sounds a lot worse. No. That, it wasn't like that. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, it's funny because I know the context, but you guys don't. But I promise I don't laugh about stuff like that. I realized that, and he's like, why the hell did I say it like that? Am I gonna keep it in? Yes. So then you guys know that there's like a human side to fucking up what you're saying. Because like I said, I stutter and fuck up my words because I don't think before I speak. Fuck. So I had this girl who was my girlfriend in like 4th grade, and like it was nice. Like, this is during the Sorry for party rocking. Face of like everyone like loving it in middle school and elementary school. And let me tell you, like my elementary school, because I only was there for like a semester basically, which is very sad. And everyone loved me there, and it was like a fun time. And like we all like were very close with each other, and like we're all like we're hyping each other up, we're each other's hype beasts and all that. So yeah, let me just tell you that the vibes are very positive in that little elementary school. Like we love LMFAO like so much. I'm sexy, and like our school like was literally ruled by that anthem. Anyways, I'm just trying to show you that like we were like a very tight knit group, right? And we never wanted to hurt each other. And when I'm talking about all fourth grade, I'm talking about not just my class, but the whole fourth grade of this school. Like we loved each other so much. And for some reason, I was like near the top of the totem pole, even though I was there for like only like a semester, or like like 5 months. It was crazy. I had so much experience just from that little time alone. Anyways, let's go back to the girlfriend part, which is the funny part, even though it didn't sound like it was going to be funny. It is funny, I promise you, it's funny. So, oh god, they didn't give me enough warning. Okay, sorry, now I'm getting stressed about the game. So, there's this chick. I don't know if I want to tell her name, because like, what if she like somehow finds this shit? And she was the sweetest. She really was the sweetest. We were close, and sorry, it's just also foggy in my head. I just remember the ending, which is funny as hell, even though it doesn't sound like it would be. We were close, and like we never actually kissed because like we were like in 4th grade. And then some people were like, "Oh, I kissed in the 4th grade." Like, well, okay, well, I'm not you, Austin. Fuck you, Austin. Damn. I wish I was Austin in the 4th grade. But yeah, we would never kiss, but like we'd hold hands, and be like, ew. Ew. So. And that was, like, enough for me, right? And we'd always hang out during elementary school, recess and all that, during lunch, whenever we could in class, because our classes are very, like, chill. And the teacher was nice and was kind of lenient, even though we kind of, like, well, some of the classmates were, like, rude to her, and I felt bad for that. But regardless of that, it was a very, like, cozy time to be a kid. Really is. LMFAO was the favorite place on Disney Channel. Push hooks just started. That's the vibe, right? And I taught her how to swing and all this stuff that she holds, like, sentimentally. And one day, I forgot what it was. I just felt like I wasn't ready to, like, kiss a girl. I just wasn't ready for that. So I was, like, telling my friends, like, dude, what do I do? They're like, oh, maybe you gotta, like, break up with her. I'm like, I know, that's probably right. And, like, we're young anyway, so I don't know. So, oh my god, this is where it gets bad. So, she was like, she knew something was up with me, I think. I'm gonna guess that we were sharing notes. It was so long ago, because like I said, I was only there for like a semester, so it was a very short time. So, we were passing notes, and she's like, what's wrong? I'm assuming this is what happened, to be honest, because, or maybe it happened during lunch. I don't know. So I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios. Either one, I gave her a no in class. Or 2, I told her by this, like, giant tree that we first held hands at. I'm gonna guess, maybe in class, because this is where it gets bad. So, she starts bawling in class, like, bawling. Like, the part where she puts her head down, like, like, that kind of bawling, where you're like, shit. And I already felt, like, bad doing it, but I really don't remember if I did it in person or over a no. It's bad if it was over a no, but that might be the thing, because she was bawling in class over it. Anyways. So she's bawling about it, and the teacher's like, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing, my grandma died recently. And I'm like, what? I asked her about it later, she's like, oh no, I lied about that. I didn't want to talk about it. I was like, I guess, but that's like an extreme lie, you know? Like, or maybe she said she was sick, but I'm pretty sure she said she died. So it's like, damn. So, oh god, no, this is really bad. So, you know, as like a kid, you're like rambunctious, right? And we were like a close-knit group, and like we all like loved PE and all that. Oh god, no, we don't have the right items. There's no way I can win. There's no way I can. She has 3 fucking whatever. Okay, maybe. I don't know what happened there, but she gave up. I need to lock in. I need to lock in. Lock in? Okay, good. Woo! Anyways, yeah, so it was PE, and we were doing like flag football, I believe. Flag football. Boys against girls. Which is crazy not thinking about it, but I guess that's how elementary school is. Is it? I don't remember. Maybe it was boys versus boys and girls versus girls and we're close together, but I'm pretty sure it's boys versus girls. Or maybe she wanted to be on the boy side. Anyways, so we're doing flag football. And I'm not really like the sporty person, right? I mentioned before I got some man titties now. But I was just like a scrawny kid back then. A scrawny kid. And she was scrawny as well, but you know, I would never hit a girl. You know, especially somebody who I cared so deeply about. I mean, even if I didn't care deeply about it, I just would never put hands on somebody like that. That's crazy. Even if I wanted to throw those hands on those retail customers, like I wouldn't have done it. So sorry, we're taking a long time, but this is like a lot of yapping. There's a lot of tangents, a lot of history that I'm trying to catch up on. I'm trying to tell you guys, my bad. I told you I'm bad. I don't think about what I'm gonna say while I'm saying. I'm also playing a game too. So I'm looking at penguin ass. I'm trying to remember everything that happened in the 4th grade. That was just like over almost like 15 years ago, which is crazy. Well, maybe not that long, but actually maybe it was. Probably was. Oh God. Oh. Yeah. Anyways, quarter life crisis aside, yeah. Fuck you, Rosalind. You tried it. So we're playing flag football. Can't forget the L there. Jeez. Don't know if I'm gonna keep that in, but that was something I'm keeping out. Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I can't say the F slur. Not because I'm like, oh, I don't care, but because like, if you know, you know. You know. Anyways, so I had the ball, but like not really, not for long at all. I passed it to somebody else. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was soccer. I'm pretty sure like we had like little flags on us though, so I don't know. Unless flag soccer exists, which I don't think it does. And basically, I had the whatever was going on, or maybe I didn't even have it at all. It was that long ago. But she just started like she tackled me down. Or maybe not even tackled me down, but she pushed me down, and she started going ham with her fist. And I just remember I was like bawling. I was like so confused and like kind of hurt. I'm like, oh my God, is this what we're doing now? You know, you just throwing fists. And she kind of got away. And I was like, you good? Even though I was like crying. And she's like, yeah, I feel so much better now. I'm like, I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. So my best friend at the time takes me to the nurse. So I'll just say the infirmary. Damn, that would have been dramatic. So he takes me to the nurse. And she's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, I just like fell down a couple times, you know, because I wasn't trying to sell her. I know that like I hurt her really badly, and like that was probably like her first love or something like that. Even though it only lasted for like maybe like 2, 3, 4 weeks, so I felt really bad about that. So I wasn't trying to snitch on her. And what's funny is I brought up the swing set part earlier because when I was leaving, remember how I said I was the top of like, or one of the top people of the totem pole of 4th grade hierarchy. For some reason, even though I was nothing special, I was just like a really kind person, I guess. That's just go to show like the kind of like school environment I was in, though. Like we all love each other. I'm being serious when I say that. When I was leaving, she wrote me a note saying, "Thank you for." I still have it there somewhere in all my childhood memories. She's like, it was like a red little like envelope with Tinkerbell on it. She's like, "Thank you for like teaching me how to like make friends," because I guess, oh yeah, in that school I brought a lot of people close together. I don't know, I was for some reason the person that brought a lot of groups of people together. And I've heard that like once I left that like people like were sad that like it wasn't the same, and that like they kind of felt like they were left behind by other people. I'm like, damn, did me leaving somehow break the hierarchy? Don't understand that, but yeah. So she wrote in her little letter on my like last day of school and gave it to me saying like, thank you for like teaching me so much about like life and teaching me how to like go on the swing set. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget you, and that I hope that somehow or something like that we would be like amazing friends. I haven't read the letter in like probably 6 or 7 years since I last had like a big move and I like packed all that kind of stuff together. But yeah, it's still something I trusted her like so much, and I feel bad because like her name is a very common name. I feel like, oh God. Her name is very common, so I feel like I can't really look it up, you know, which sucks. To be like, oh my God, remember this time? But at the same time, I also feel weird doing that, because like one time I tried like hitting up like my first ever best friend. Oh, fuck you, boo. From kindergarten. By trying to add them on Facebook. Well, this is when like I was in high school. And they adamantly did not want to like add me back as a friend. I was like, oh, okay. And I felt like embarrassed after that. So yeah, maybe it's good that I don't do that, even though it'd be fun to reunite maybe in a sense. But some people don't always like that, you know? That's just what the fuck happened. That's just a part of life. So yeah, that was the time I got beat up by my 4th grade girlfriend at the soccer football field and outside. I was trampled. and thrown several fists. I don't think it was I was really hurt. I was just confused because I don't remember any bruising. I don't remember any like noticeable punches, bruises that my like parents noticed at the time. Nothing of the sort. So it was all ended on good terms, even though I was like pummeled. I understood where she was coming from. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I kind of deserve it because maybe I did tell her in class. Maybe I'm just an ass like that. Anyways, I got 3 stars. That's why retail work is so shitty, and that's how I got like beat the hell up.